Hi, everyone. As an online instructor for a religion class about family history and temple work, my objective is for you to have a spiritual experience. I want you to feel the influence of the spirit of Elijah and find a deceased ancestor or relative who needs the ordinances of the temple. I want you to sense the joy and gratitude that person feels when you make it possible for the sacred and essential ordinances to be performed in the temple in his or her behalf. I want such experiences to strengthen your faith in Jesus Christ and provide an anchor, a firm anchor for your testimony of the truthfulness of the gospel. However, we live in a mortal world. This is a college class, and I can't grade spiritual experiences, testimony, or faith. You want to keep your GPA up so that you can get into graduate school or get the right job or just get a feeling of satisfaction in your accomplishment. So you want to know, how do I get a good grade in this class? To help you with this, I've attached an image to this announcement that contains some guidelines for you to follow. But to summarize, there are two basic things you can do to get an A in this class. First, put in the time required. Second, follow instructions. On the first item, what do I mean by put in the time required? Have you been in a class where there were a lot of readings, where a kid with dyslexia might put in a lot of time and effort to keep up and still gets a lower grade than the kid who breezed through the class with hardly any thought because he can speed read? This class is not set up that way. In this class, we expect all the students to put in the same amount of time per week, 6 hours. Each student is expected to grow and produce as much as they can personally in that time. Some will progress further than others. But in that respect, you won't be graded on progress, but on effort. Over 25% of your grade will be based on your weekly report of how much time you spent on classwork. We expect, of course, everyone to be honest in their reporting. On the second item, let me give you some background. The second item is to follow instructions. We have no quizzes or tests in this class where you'll answer questions like, describe the difference between a pedigree chart and a family group sheet, or what year was the first temple in this dispensation built, or which prophet had the vision on the redemption of the dead. Rather, you will have many assignments where you will demonstrate skills by uploading a screenshot, or where you will write the start of your family history, your personal history, or where you'll express your feelings in a discussion board. Much of your grade on those items will depend on how well you follow the instructions for the assignment. There might be a word count assignment, or you might have to read at least a certain number of discussion posts by others in the class, or post a certain number of replies to other students' posts, or use a specific font or margin setting in your Word document, or whatever. They may appear to be picky little details, but you will earn the points if you pay attention to the picky little details. In family history research, you can make great progress in finding your ancestors and finding information on them if you pay attention to picky little details in their lives and in the documents that are about them. So watch for the instructions. I'll make an effort to make sure they're obvious and that you know exactly how assignments will be graded. You can earn a total of 414 points in this course. 96 points will be from reporting your time. That's almost a quarter of your grade, so report it. 110 points will be from discussion boards. That's more than a quarter of your grade, so participate in the discussion boards. 158 points will be from assignments of various types. That's over 38% of your grade, so complete those assignments. And 50 points will be from the final assessment in the last week of the course. That's over 12% of your grade, so make sure to do that assessment. If you put in the time and follow the instructions, you can get perfect scores on all of these. Now let me make a final comment on letter grades. Most weeks you'll have several graded items worth 4 points, 6 points, 8 points, 10 points. You might earn all or just some of the points for any of those items. If you say miss 1 point on a 4-point item, the computer is going to tell you you got a C instead of an A on that assignment. Don't have a shock. Email me, complain that you never got a C before in your life. You only missed 1 point. Please just ignore the letter grade the computer puts down. If I could tell the computer not to put down letter grades, I would, but I can't. So just ignore them. Focus on the number of points that you earned toward your final grade. The only letter grade that's relevant is the one you get at the end of the course. I don't give letter grades on any of the work you do in the course. I just help you accumulate points. So keep an eye on the points you're building up towards your final grade. I hope you have a great spiritual experience in this class, and I hope you get a good grade too. Thanks for watching.